Okay, now we're talking, Leslie. I don't know who picked that song, but that is my very favorite song. My parents used to sing that and blast that song at full blast. So you just really made my day. Thank you. And I'd like to, if that was a karaoke situation, I would probably try to get up behind that. Thank you for filling my cup this morning. Great song. Tracy Chapman, everybody. One of the best. Hey, welcome to Tuesday. Yesterday, I know we talked about when with sellers and really creating a process for post-closing and pre-listing, which is where I think everybody's gap is. And today we're doing more AI. And I got to tell y'all, I've really started going down this AI journey, and I think everybody would agree it's a lot. But what I keep telling Scott, my husband, and he agrees because he's doing the same, it's just the reps and the repetition, and things start to change. You start to figure things out. And so I'm going to show y'all this. Hold on, let me get in here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen. He created. Does anybody remember when I said crit was the framework, for the perfect prompt so that you could get the most out of it? He created something recently that I am using. I'm happy to share it. Linda, you can put it out there if anybody wants to use it. But he created a perfect prompt GPT. And it says, you hear people say this all the time, it says type in your terrible prompt or no prompt is too bad. Long story short, I have just typed in here whatever I think a prompt may be, but it doesn't have the crit framework, or as Keller Williams calls it, the rice framework, so that you can get everything you need out of the LLM that you're using. So I want to share this. If y'all are interested in getting this, we can put this. I'll put this in the chat so that you have it. I'm getting some feedback here. I think some people want this. Here, let me go ahead and put it in here so that you have it. And that way, thank you, Linda. That way you already have this framework and you don't have to go try to figure it out. So all that to say is I wanted to go down. We got done with the last AI playbook, and I'm just going playbook by playbook to try to understand all the things that large language models can do. But I want to break this down. So we do know there's several LLMs, which we often say is AI, right? And so just know when you're talking about an LLM, which is a large language model, we're talking about several different types of AI tools, is probably the best way for me to say that. And then you've heard me talk about SEO and GEO, which we're going to go down that playbook next, because the goal is for y'all to show up online with SEO, search engine optimization, and then GEO, generative engine optimization. So KW has put out 2 playbooks surrounding AI, and I have a feeling there'll be another one that comes out after Mega Camp because it is moving so quickly. But instead of us not doing anything at all, I want us going down this journey and at least going through these playbooks so that y'all can start putting the pieces together, if that makes sense. And then from there, after we look at SEO and GEO, I think we've got to start looking at AI agents. How can we set y'all up with a true assistant so that y'all can get everything you need out of them and do it in a shorter period of time so that you can get what you need for the output. So all that to say is let me go back here. This playbook, I want to make sure everybody gets a screenshot of this. I went into Connect. I did AI playbook. This is the one that came out in December. Has anybody gone through this playbook yet? Just curious. It talks about SEO versus GEO, and it gives us an exact play of what to run so that we can go through and make sure that we are getting picked up on AI with GEO and not just SEO. So all that to say is this is how they sum it up. Imagine someone asks ChatGPT, who should I hire to sell my house? And it responds with your name. Sounds too good to be true. It says it isn't. I think this is interesting. Realtor.com study as of 2025 found that 82% of Americans are using AI for real estate insights, making them feel prepared. 62% say they feel smarter after researching the housing market with AI. So all this to say is your clients are using it, and you need to make sure that you are coming up as the realtor of choice because of GEO. So we're going to start going through like how to become more searchable, how to develop the 3 trust signals, and then measure effectiveness and stay informed. I want to talk a little bit about this. I know we have mentioned this before on the call, but I'm going to break this down again. So what is the difference between SEO and GEO, and how are they different, right? SEO is optimizing your website. So has anybody noticed, so you have a website and the website doesn't seem to come up unless you search the specific web address, right? It's because it's not ranking, i.e. it's not ranking on the first or second or third page of Google, right? And so you have to optimize it. Often ways that you can optimize SEO is doing blogs, and there's keywords that you can do with blogs. There's certain things that you can do in terms of value that you can put on like a relocation packet, maps of the area, stuff like that, right? And that will help you rank higher organically. And so it says organically is a key piece in this, okay? And then GEO, it says teaching AI who you are, which is why if you are just now going on this AI journey with us, which is why you need to start with the first playbook that KW provided, the one that is titled Large Language Models. Because if you don't tell it who you are, it is not going to pick up the GEO side of it. Okay, so you've got to teach AI who you are, what you do, and why you're trustworthy so your content appears in AI answers, summaries, and more. Okay, so I love how they summarize this. SEO gets you listed. GEO gets you named, quoted, recommended, and sourced. So I'm going to say that again. SEO gets you listed, i.e. listed up top on websites and rankings on Google. GEO gets you your name quoted, recommended and sourced. Okay, so this whole playbook is going to start allowing us to put input in there so that they're calling it a robot, but so that AI gets the output and then it remembers that output so that it then starts sourcing us as the realtors of choice. And then I love what they said here. They said the way robots learn and read and the way humans learn and read are in the process of changing with an emergence of AI technology, i.e., this is not going to be evergreen. This is going to continually change and evolve, which is why a lot of people are choosing to just shut their computers and not go down the journey. I would caution you on that because I do believe if you do embrace it, you will accelerate your relationships, your growth, and have a true thought leader to strategize with. So I'm going to go in here because I think this is really fascinating. Then I'm going to open it up for questions. And we're on page 6. It says, are SEO strategy and GEO strategy different? Yes, but marginally the differences are going as we learn AI, as we learn how AI learns, right? But it does say some things that AI reads. And if y'all do not currently have customer reviews, this is why customer reviews matter. If you're newer, go connect with some people that you worked with previously. And if you have a unique value proposition, ask them to write a review based on who you are and your unique value proposition and why you can serve people in the real estate space, right? So you don't have to be like Scott and I, we've launched businesses before and we will go find reviews even if they haven't directly worked with us, but they are reviewing who we are and the type of customer service we provide. So I would encourage everybody, this is a great opportunity for y'all to do a re-engagement campaign to get more reviews. This is a great contact for y'all to call anybody that you know and say, hey, I know that we've done business in the past. If you don't mind, we're doing a giveaway, for the first person or the whatever, I'm just making this up, whoever gives us a review in the next 24 to 48 hours, I'll draw your name out of a hat and we'll do a $50 gift card to a restaurant, something like that. All that to say is customer reviews are a big one in order to be picked up by GEO. Social media now, Google with SEO has not always looked at social media. GEO, however, is looking at social media. So they want to see your online presence. So customer reviews and social media are being picked up by GEO, which is why it is critical for y'all to start getting on social media platforms. I've said this recently. I don't know if anybody wants to engage with me, but very curious. Y'all can hit it in the chat. Where do y'all prefer to go for social media? Where's the first place you typically go? What platform?
I do Facebook.
I do Facebook.
Facebook. Who else? Somebody said something.
Instagram or TikTok.
Instagram or
Instagram,
TikTok.
TikTok. We're going to get a bazillion different answers. So those of you that are just on Facebook, do you think you're reaching the TikTok folks?
I
No,
do that
ma'am.
too. I do TikTok too. I get more. Well, I get a good amount from TikTok and Facebook and Instagram, but I think I have a bigger audience on Facebook.
Well, my point on that, Brandy, is there are apps, y'all, that you can put it on one platform and then it will syndicate to all of them. So instead of y'all having to go platform by platform, the goal is to create a system and an easy button. So if I'm going to put out content for my podcast, I've got to hit TikTok. I need to hit my website. I need to hit Instagram and I need to hit Facebook. And I'm about to start hitting TikTok with this app that will then syndicate out, right? And so now I'm on all major social platforms, right? Now I have customer reviews and I'm on video. So there's a reason why all of this ties in because it does bring in GEO. So yeah, those of you, like a lot of y'all are doing some
Question.
awesome social media content. Yes.
Do you have a personal and a business site for?
I do for the podcast. I don't. Well, I say that. Yeah, I do. I have a real estate business page. I have a podcast page, and I have a personal page. And then I cross collab on all of them.
Okay.
So let me just simplify this so I don't overwhelm everybody. Number one, Leslie, what's the app that you recently looked at that will syndicate into all
Social
social?
Pilot.
What's it called?
Social Pilot.
So if you want to download an app that essentially will syndicate, Patricia, that's the first step, right? And then you're syndicating to all of the platforms. And then from there, y'all can decide, what kind of content you're wanting to put out. But you could have Gary Vaynerchuk is the guy that what is that his name? Something like that.
Sorry.
He's the guy that came and spoke at the KW family reunion, and he is the I mean just a master around social media content. And he essentially said he has multiple pages and then syndicates, to all of those. So Patricia, to your point, you can have business and personal
Okay, perfect.
and then cross collab between those. And the fact that I'm speaking this way is comical because I'm not a social media person, and here I am speaking social media terms. But all that to say is this is the reason why I went down the journey. So step one, get on the social platforms. Stop hiding because nobody's going to buy from you if you're hidden, right? Step two, increase your customer reviews. Step three, create a system around social media content and YouTube content, and then use an app to syndicate to all platforms. What questions do you have for me? I just hit y'all with a lot of stuff, but here's the deal. If we don't start adopting, specifically these three things, it's going to be very difficult for us to be picked up on GEO. Thoughts, questions? Nobody wants to talk to me. Somebody, unmute. Does that make sense? Is anybody using Social Pilot right now?
No, but I am definitely going to look into it because it can get overwhelming when you are trying to do all three, individually. So.
And Brandy, you're one of the most consistent people that post. So I think that would be a great one for you, just so that you don't have to consistently go and log in on multiple different platforms, right? Yeah, I mean, go ahead. Somebody else is about to unmute.
Yes, I just wanted to say it does make a difference when you use a platform that syndicates to all social medias. I find that when it's organic, where you post to each individual platform, you get better results than when you use those other platforms. Just
Yeah.
heads up.
Yeah, so There's different ways to boost it too, and there's different things to do. To your point, yes. I am using it specifically for video, so for the podcast, um, so that I could. It's just an easy button for me right now. But yeah, and then eventually, and it's going to talk about this in the playbook. We've got to audit these things to see how well they're performing and how well they're not. But I don't want everybody to feel overwhelmed. I'm trying to just say, number one, if I'm going to give you one action items, go check out your reviews online and how can you double those in the next 30 days. And then how can you add in an app like Social Pilot so that you can syndicate? And then please get on video. And for me to say that, that is quite comical. So, and I will just say, leave with this. Y'all, I joke about this. I think a lot of people think I'm a tech person. I'm terrible at it. I used our Canva AI with creating messaging for our region in my new role. And I did it on Sunday, and I actually know how to use AI in Canva now, which has been a game changer for me. So all that to say is, Linda, thank you for bringing that to this call. If anybody is interested in learning more about that, like it created a newsletter and multiple presentations in a 30-minute period for me, which I am not creative. So, all right, that's all I have. Y'all let me know if you need anything. Come to today at the team meeting, Linda. Y'all are going over our own AI bot, and her name, I don't even know, is Gobi. So we're going to learn about that, how we can get all of the resources out of Gobi that we could ever need. So if you can't get a hold of me, Linda, Leslie, somebody in the office, Gobi should have all the information. We're going to start rolling out that AI and start making that smarter as well so that y'all have access to something 24 hours a day, which I think will be super helpful for y'all as well. So come to team meeting today. We will see y'all there. Let me know if you need anything.
Let Linda and I know if you need anything.
Yes, yes. Make it a good one. Make it count. I have not messed up in a week. See ya. Bye, everybody.